Imagine being on an emotional roller coaster that you didn't sign up for, but you're on it now. That is called anticipatory grief. And I'm here to be your unexpected ride-along buddy. So anticipatory grief is like sitting in a waiting room of loss. Like, you know what's to come, but it's just not there yet. And it can be just as challenging as the end of the ride. So I'm gonna offer you a few suggestions on how to cope with this anticipatory grief and how a death doula can help. The number one thing is acknowledging the pain, the grief, acknowledging that it's there. What I'll hear a lot is that I'm jumping the gun. It hasn't even happened yet, and I'm experiencing this grief like they're already gone. Honey, you're processing it in real time. Grief is so complicated and complex, and it's okay to feel exactly what you're feeling right now. Another thing I'll hear quite often is, I feel guilty for laughing. I should be sad or mourning or by this person's side, and I feel guilty for laughing. Listen, this is the human experience. We're not here to be just one way. We are here to have the human experience, which means that it is okay to laugh between the tears. So it's really important to offer and extend yourself the love and compassion that you give so freely. And another suggestion I'll offer is to communicate what's happening inside with your friends or your loved ones. Think of it like co-writing a chapter of this book together. And if this person is lucid and able to communicate, I'm going to encourage you to make memories with them. Ask them questions about their childhood, about memories that you made together, anything. There's still time. And remember that it's okay to have conflicting emotions through this whole process. There is no guidebook in grief, especially with anticipatory grief. And that's where that self-compassion comes into play again. And another thing I'll suggest is to plan ahead. We know it's happening, and when it happens, having a plan of practical things that you can do, who to call, where to get support, can provide a sense of control. Because honestly, this is the most out of control feeling, the most helpless feeling, right? You can think of it like packing your emotional suitcase. You wouldn't go on a cruise without packing a bathing suit. So it's sort of like that. And the last suggestion I'll offer and strongly suggest is to seek support. You're not a solo act. This is not you alone. It's important to lean on friends, on family, professionals. It's okay to not be okay. Your needs are super important. So how does the death doula fit into all of this? Well, we don't just sit bedside with the person who's dying. Actually, most of my support goes to friends and family of the person who's dying. A death doula can be there for emotional navigation. We're well educated on the death and dying process, and sometimes education is really helpful in processing some of that grief and dispelling some of that fear. Death doulas help facilitate really hard conversations. We're also really good about creating rituals that are meaningful for you. Death doulas offer practical support. And death doulas are also really well connected and resourced in the area. So they're going to know where to look for certain things, and sometimes really niche down unique things. And they offer continued support and care. Remember, anticipatory grief is that emotional roller coaster that you didn't sign up for. And yet here we are. Know that I'm holding your heart and mind as you navigate through this. And if you need someone to listen or you would like to talk, I'm here. So be good to yourself, okay? I'm sending you lots of love, especially now.